The Harold Peary Show. And now, Harold Peary as Honest Harold the Homemaker. Well, it's midnight in the little town of Melrose Springs, and all its good citizens are sound asleep, including the cat in the butcher shop window. Looking into the little house on 8th Avenue, we find the town's most popular radio figure, Honest Harold the Homemaker, gently snoring and evidently having a very pleasant dream.
Oh. Harold, wake up.
Mother, what's the matter?
Shh. I think there's somebody in our cellar.
What?
I heard strange noises down there.
You did? Well, I'll go down and have a look. First thing in the morning. Good night, Mother.
But, Harold, it might be a burglar in the cellar.
Burglar? Well, what the heck? Nothing valuable for him to steal down there except my Rudy Valley records.
Harold, don't you think you ought to get up and take a look?
Look? Well, all right, Mother.
You ought to have a weapon, Harold. I'll go out in the kitchen and get the cedar mop.
Yeah, good idea.
Hurry now.
Well, maybe it's just Mother's imagination. I hope. Guess I'll have to get up, though. Floor's cold. Now, where are my slippers? Yeah, just feel around for them. Here's one slipper. Fits kind of tight. It's got crumbs in it. It's my box of Girl Scout cookies. Here they are. Slip into my robe now.
Are you ready, Harold?
Yes, Mother, I'm coming.
Come on. Now we'll go to the cellar door and listen.
Yeah, all right. Now let's tiptoe. Huh?
Harold. That rustling noise. What is it?
Me, you put too much starch in my pajamas again. Here's the cellar door.
Let's listen.
Yeah. Oh, I don't hear anything. Must have been your imagination, Mother.
No, I heard something. Sounded like an awful big fella, too.
I don't think so. There is a big fella down there that doesn't worry me. Remember in high school how I could lick any kid my age? Of course, all the kids my age were in college.
I don't think you should go down in the cellar alone, Harold. Maybe you should call the marshal.
Oh, Mother, that's silly. There's nothing.
What was that?
Mice. Sounds like they're bowling down there.
Oh, Harold, maybe you should...
That settles it, Mother. I'm going to do it.
Oh, you're going down in the cellar?
No, I'm going to call the marshal.
I hope that prowler doesn't come upstairs.
So do I. But don't worry, Mother. Why doesn't Pete the marshal get here? He's the slowest, most aggravating human being.
That must be Pete, Harold.
Yeah, it's about time. You'll probably want to spend a half an hour filling out a form. Hello, Pete.
It ain't Pete, it's Cleet.
Yeah, oh, my goodness. Pete's old father. Where's Pete?
Couldn't come, just got called on a big case.
What big case?
He's watching the gum machine on Main Street. Somebody put a button in it last night.
Oh, my goodness. All right, come on in.
That you, Pete?
Take Pete, it's Cleet.
It's about time somebody got here.
Now, what's all this ricky-dicky about?
There's a prowler in our cellar.
Oh, that's housebreaking.
Yeah, I know that. I want you to arrest him.
Just a minute, Harold. I'll have to fill out a form.
What? You too?
Had the form right here in my pocket. Let's see. Oh, what's this? Oh, a poem I clipped out of the Pathfinder. Sort of humorous. You want to hear it?
No.
All right. A tutor who taught on the flute tried to teach two young tutors to toot. Said the two to the tutor, Is it harder to toot or to tutor, tutors to tutor?
Toot! I mean, Cleet. That robber will be making his getaway while we're standing here talking. Aren't you going to do something?
Sure. Going to fill out this form. Now, occupant of house broken into. Oh, that must be you.
Yes, Harold Hemp.
Yeah, let me write that down. Harold Hemp.
Oh, for goodness.
Name of intruder?
How do I know his name? He's in the cellar.
Let me write that down.
Cleet, hurry up. I'm catching cold.
Catching cold? Let me write that down. Say, there's somebody down in your cellar.
Of course there is, and you're supposed to arrest him. Now, come on. Well, there's the cellar.
Say, it's dark down there.
Naturally. Well, go on down, Cleet.
After you, Harold.
You're the deputy.
It's your cellar.
Oh, Pete's bad enough, but you're the most aggravating man I've ever known. Cleet, you're a nincompoop.
Let me write that down.
Never mind, you can't spell it anyway. I'll go down and catch him myself. Can't see a thing.
Want my badge, Harold?
Oh, quiet up there. He's a big help. Don't hear anything down here now. Prowler's probably scared away by now. Well, I'll look around just in case. What's that on my face? Oh, cobweb. Let's take a look over by the coal bin. Got my foot in Mother's pickle tub. Where's that light? Oh, here it is. Yipe, I'm electrocuted. Well, I guess there's nobody down here. I'll go on. No, somebody whacked me in the shins. Where are you? No, that wasn't in the shins. Why don't you fight fair? I got him. Little fellow. Maybe he's a midget. There's a circus in town. I can handle you. Slippery. Come on, Shorty. We're going upstairs. Come on. Up you go.
Oh, you got him, Harold.
You bet. He put up an awful struggle, but I overpowered him. Yeah, let's take a look at him in the light.
Let me go.
Why, it's a little boy.
Oh, the poor child can't be more than 12.
It doesn't make any difference. He's got an awful left hook. Young man, what were you doing in our cellar? I said, what were you doing in our cellar?
I was looking for a damp place to raise mushrooms.
Oop. Fresh.
Maybe if I talk to him, Harold.
I'll handle this, Mother. Now, this is a pretty serious offense, young man. Breaking into somebody else's house like this. What's your name?
To use the colloquialism, puddin' and tame. Ask me again and I'll tell you the same.
Cleet, I'm not going to fool with this juvenile delinquent any longer. He's your responsibility.
Okay, come on, little fella. Oh, hold it, Newt. Can't take him tonight.
What? Why not?
Haven't got the right form.
Cleet!
You'll have to bring him down in the morning and see the marshal.
Oh, for the love of Pete.
That's right, Pete, not Cleet.
Good night.
Oh, little boy, I'll bet you're hungry. Well, I'll fix you a sandwich and some milk. You two can have a nice chat while I'm in the kitchen.
Yeah, thank you, Mother. Sit down, young man. A few questions I want to ask you.
Look, to save us both a very boring conversation, I'll give you the details.
Huh?
A, I'm not a juvenile delinquent. B, I've run away from home.
What?
C, I will not tell you who my parents are, as I do not wish to return to them. D, you may call me William.
You ran away from home?
Yes,
Oh, well, I'm sorry to hear that, Willie.
William.
Yes. Well, William, maybe I can help you. Now, if you were to tell me why you ran away, maybe we could sort of straighten this thing out, huh? You know, a lot of people consider me their friend. In fact, I have a radio program called Honest Harold the Homemaker.
Yes, I've heard it.
Oh, you have?
It stinks.
Now, look here, Willie. William.
All that sticky sentiment. You're puerile.
Puerile. Now, just a minute. We don't allow that kind of language in this house.
For your edification, puerile means childish, immature, and silly. A perfect description of you.
Oh?
What's your IQ?
Huh?
What's your mental measurement?
Mental measurement? Well, I wear a 6 7/8 hat.
You're quite stupid.
Why, you little quiz kid, I'm going to take you over my knee.
Harold, what are you...
Hello, Mother. Fine little fellow.
Oh, you've made friends already. Isn't that wonderful?
Yeah, I was just going to massage his neck.
Come along, little boy. You can eat your sandwich and then go to bed. You can have Harold's room tonight.
Yeah, what?
All right. Good night, honest Harold.
I'll fix that little quiz kid. I'll glue the pages of his dictionary together.
Harold,
Huh? Oh, yes, Mother.
aren't you asleep yet?
Sleep? How can I sleep on this lumpy sofa? I look like a waffle in the morning.
That little boy isn't asleep either.
Good.
Well, Harold, why don't you go in and talk to him? He probably feels lonesome in a strange house.
Mother, I'm not going... Say, I could put those cookie crumbs in his bed. Coming, Mother.
You go in, Harold. I'll wait outside.
Good idea. Hello, William.
Oh, hello.
Look at that little prissy pants. I'll fix him.
Mr. Hemp, I hope I haven't inconvenienced you.
What?
I appreciate you letting me have your room.
You do? Well, he's not such a bad boy.
It's really quite decent of you.
Oh, that's all right. Swell kid. I guess I just didn't understand you, William.
Oh?
You know, once in a while, we grown-ups forget that we were kids once ourselves. Because I was a little different from you. I was more the fun-loving type.
You were?
Mm-hmm. Yeah, when I think of some of the pranks I pulled. Yeah. Like the time in the 3rd grade when I fixed a bucket of water over the door and the principal walked in. Yeah. His toupee floated way down to the gymnasium. Yes, and then there was the time that... Well, what do you know? William's asleep. Look at him. Funny how innocent all little kids look when they're asleep. Poor little fella. Ran away from home, carrying that big dictionary. All alone now. Shouldn't have been so harsh with him. Gosh, he's sleeping like a baby. Sweetest little fella, everybody knows. Don't know what to call him, but he's mighty like a rose. Looking at his mammy with eyes so shiny blue, make you think that heaven is coming close to you. When he's there sleeping in his little place, think I see the angels looking through the lace. When the dark am falling, when the shadows creep, then they come on tiptoe to kiss him in his sleep. Guess I'll just tiptoe out. Turn off the light.
Is he all right, Harold?
Yeah, I sang him to sleep.
Ah, isn't that sweet?
You know, Mother, I made up my mind. I'm not going to turn that fine young boy over to the marshal. He's going to stay right here with us till we find his parents.
Oh, I'm glad, Harold.
Oh, Mr. Hemp.
He's calling you, Harold.
Probably wants me to sing an encore. I'm coming, William. Oh! I'm soaked!
How amusing. The bucket hit you right on the head.
Why, you little imp, I'm going to turn you over to the marshal. I ever get this bucket off my head. And that isn't all. I'm going to report you to Hopalong Cassidy.
We will return for the second act of our story, Honest Harold, in just a moment. It's Bing and Bob Hope and Judy Garland on the Bing Crosby Show again tonight. It promises to be another great half hour with these three top entertainers on most of these same CBS stations just a little later tonight. By the way, listen for Harold Peary's important announcement at the end of our show. And now, back to Honest Harold, the homemaker. Well, Honest Harold hoped he could win little William over with kindness, but a bucket of water dampened his hopes, and also dampened Honest Harold. It's the following morning now, and we find our disillusioned do-gooder on his way to work at the radio station.
Well, my mind's made up. Got William locked in his room. As soon as I finish my program this morning, I'm going to turn him over to the authorities. Of course, it's kind of a mean thing to do. He's just a little boy. He did look kind of cute when he was asleep. He's probably just a scared, lonesome little kid inside. Maybe I ought to give him another chance. Nope. Why should I get sentimental about him? That fresh quiz kid. That bucket of water was a sneaky trick. My bathrobe shrunk so much I'll have to use it for a smoking jacket.
Good morning, Station KHJP. Yes, I'll tell him. Goodbye. Oh, good morning, Harold. I said good morning, Harold.
Hello, Gloria.
How do you feel this morning?
Oh, I feel fine.
Well, you ought to notify your face. Harold, what's that mark on your forehead?
Oh, that's where the bucket hit me.
Bucket hit you? I thought you looked a little pale.
Oh, brother. Gloria, please, I'm not in the mood this morning. But if I didn't have enough trouble.
Is that you, Hemp?
Oh, hello, Stanley.
Come into my office. I want to talk to you.
Better be careful of the doors. You'll break the furniture around here. Wonder what old High Pockets wants now.
Sit down.
Yes, Mr. Peabody.
Not there. That's my chair.
Oh, excuse me. Should have known it was his chair. They both have skinny legs.
What's this I hear about you taking in a runaway boy?
I didn't take him in. He took...
As station manager and your employer, it's my duty to keep you from making a fool of yourself, if that's possible.
Oop.
I also have a responsibility to the owner of this station, my uncle, Mr. Aloysius Carruthers.
Name dropper.
Hemp, just what do you intend to do with this juvenile delinquent?
Well, Stanley...
Quiet, I am talking. I suppose in your usual blundering fashion, you're going to do the wrong thing and get yourself and this station into a lot of trouble.
But, Stanley, I've decided...
Quiet, I'm just trying to say a few words.
A few words? It's a filibuster.
If I know you, Hemp, you're just the kind of soft, sappy sentimentalist who will want to keep this boy at your home.
But, Stanley...
Now, if this little ruffian is turned over to the law, properly punished, he still has a chance to grow up to be a fine, normal man. Like me, for instance.
Grow up like you. That did it.
What?
The boy is staying with me.
Hemp, you're acting awfully strange about this. I think there's something rotten in Denmark.
It's a lot closer than that. See you later, Stanley. Mother, I'm home. Oh, here's a note on the mantel. Dear Harold, I've gone down to the sewing club. Oh, yes, I took your old trousers. I'm going to fix them over for poor Mr. Gantz. Good old mother. She'll have Gantz in my pants. Oh, there. Well, I'll go up and talk to the boy. Just tell him I've decided to keep him here. Oh, where's that key? Oh. Hello, William.
Oh, hello.
What have you been doing all morning?
Thinking.
thinking for 3 hours?
Yes, some people do that, you know.
Oh, yes. The young Orson Welles. Nice day, isn't it?
If you don't mind, I think we can dispense with the social amenities.
Yeah.
I know you've decided to turn me over to the authorities, so let's get it over with, shall we?
Well, William, I wanted to talk to you about that. I've changed my mind. I've decided to keep you here with me. That is until your parents come for you.
Are they coming?
Well, I told my listeners all about you on my radio program this morning. I imagine your parents will hear about it.
Oh, yes, I suppose they will.
And another thing, William, you're not going to be locked in anymore. They'll put you on your honor. I know you won't run away.
Oh, you do?
Yes, sir. I believe that if you treat children fairly, show them that you really trust them, they won't let you down.
Uh-huh.
And you know what I'm going to do, my boy? I'm going down to Doc Yancey, the veterinarian, and get you a little puppy. Now, how would you like that?
Oh, yes. Are you going right now?
Oh, yes. There'll be nobody home. And I'm going to leave this door unlocked and the front door unlocked. Why, if you wanted to, you could walk right out of the house. But I know you won't.
Mr. Hemp, where is the highway leading out of town?
Well, I believe it's 2 blocks down the street. Yes, you can't miss it. There's a big gas station on the corner.
Thank you very much.
Oh, you're welcome. Well, see you later, William. Wonder what he wanted to know where the highway was for. He couldn't be thinking of running away. No. Hope the old horse doctor's in. I'll pick out a nice puppy for William.
Come in. Well, hello, Harold.
Hello, Doc. Yeah, what are you doing?
I'm giving this dog a haircut. You're next.
Yeah. Very funny. Doc, I want to talk to you about a puppy.
Okay, Harold. As soon as I finish trimming Pierre.
That dog's name is Pierre?
Well, what do you expect him to name a French poodle? Oh, Houlihan? Go on, say hello to him, Harold, or he'll feel slighted.
Oh, for heaven's sake. Hello, Pierre.
Oh, that's no way to talk to a French poodle.
What?
No, listen to me. Bonjour, Pierre. Parlez-vous français? Oui, oui. Did you hear it? He said oui, oui.
Oh, my goodness.
Now, is that short enough in the back, Pierre? Oui, oui.
Doc, I'm in a hurry.
Awful smart dog, this Pierre. You know, I just taught him how to eat American dog biscuits.
Huh?
Caught on like a flash. Why, he ate 2 boxes before I could finish one.
No wonder they call you Doc Yak Yak. Look, I want to buy a puppy.
You do? A puppy for you?
No, it's for that little boy that's at my house.
Oh, that young scallywag still there? Oh, I thought you were going to turn him over to the law.
I changed my mind. I'm keeping it at my house till we find his parents.
Well, Harold, you're an honest boy, but sometimes you're a little too soft-hearted.
What do you mean?
Well, if that boy should run away, you'll be in a peck of trouble.
He's not going to run away. That's the trouble with this world. Nobody trusts anybody anymore. Personally, I believe in the honor system.
When I was in veterinarian college, they tried the honor system on us.
Oh, how'd it work?
Fine. The teachers had the honor and the students had the system. So, if you want my advice about the boy, Harold...
Doc, all I want from you is a puppy.
All right, if that's your attitude. Pick out any one you want in the other room there.
Thanks.
You're welcome. But I still think you're acting like a lame brain. Don't you, Pierre? Oui, oui.
Oh, go back to Paris. Well, you're certainly a cute little puppy. Yeah, you speak English, too. William will be a happy boy when he sees you. I bet you like him, too. He's a little hard to understand at first, but he's really a good boy. Yeah. Well, here we are. You'll meet him in just a minute. We'll surprise him, huh, puppy? William! William! Doesn't hear us. Probably still thinking. William! What's that on the mantel? A note. My dear Mr. Hemp, this is au revoir. Goodbye to you. Thanks for giving me the directions to the highway, Honest Harold. William. Sorry, little puppy. Looks like he disappointed both of us. Now I thought you two would have a wonderful time together. I thought a lot of things, but I guess I was wrong. I just had the idea that if you showed a boy like him some kindness and understanding, that...
Hello, Mr. Hemp.
William!
I got as far as the highway, and then I found I really didn't want to go. I didn't want to leave my friend.
Your friend?
Yes, you. I also want you to know that when I ridiculed you for your sentimentality, I was wrong. I must admit that I find sentiment a very necessary emotion. You see, I'm not used to it. Our family has always been somewhat, well, sophisticated.
Oh, I see. Well, anyway, I'm glad you came back. Oh, here's a little present for you. Here, take it.
Thank you. Thank you very much.
Yeah.
Look, he's licking my face.
Yeah. Guess he's sentimental, too.
My, he's cute.
Yeah. Come in.
How do you do, Mr. Hemp? Hello, William.
Hello, Father.
Mr. Peabody at the radio station gave me your address, Mr. Hemp. I want you to know I appreciate what you've done for William.
Oh, that's all right.
Look, Father, I got a puppy.
Oh, yes. I didn't know that you were so fond of dogs, William.
Well, I've never had one before.
No, that's right.
I'm sorry I ran away.
Oh, that's all right. I think your mother and I know now why you did. We love you very much, William. After this, we'll try to find more ways to let you know it. And Mr. Hemp, there are a lot of things I'd like to say to you, but, well, thanks very much.
Don't mention it.
Huh? Shall we go, William?
All right. Goodbye, Mr. Hemp.
Goodbye, William.
You may call me Willie.
Oh, well, thank you. Goodbye, Willie. Nice people. Gee, I feel good. Think I'll go down and try that water bucket trick on Stanley Peabody.
You have just heard the Harold Peary Show, Honest Harold, who returns in just a moment with an important announcement. The supporting players tonight included Catherine Card, Leo Cleary, Johnny McGovern, Ken Peters, and Jack Moyles, and featured Gloria Holliday as Gloria and Joseph Kearns as old Doc Yak Yak. Norman McDonald directed, and the music was composed and conducted by Jack Meakin. Honest Harold, created by Harold Peary, was written by Gene Stone, Jack Robinson, and Bill Danch. Now back to Harold Peary.
Well, Bob, I'm still looking for that laughing lady. A lady that we can invite out here to Hollywood to be on our show some Wednesday evening. We'll fly her out on a TWA Constellation, and while she's here in Hollywood, she'll live at that beautiful Country Club Hotel. Now, all she has to do is enter the Honest Harold Laugh Contest in her hometown. Oh, speaking of hometowns, mine is San Leandro, California, and they're having a big contest up there. Mayor William Swift has proclaimed October 20th Laugh with Harold Peary Day. They ran me out of there once, though. Just kidding, of course. So remember, ladies, wherever you are, the laugh contest may be going on right now in your hometown. So laugh, that's all. Just laugh. Oh, that's wonderful.
Stay tuned now for the Bing Crosby Show, which follows immediately over most of these same CBS stations.
Oh, that's a good show.
This is Bob Lamont speaking. And this is CBS, where you thrill to suspense every Thursday evening. The Columbia Broadcasting System. The Harold Peary Show. And now, Harold Peary as Honest Harold the Homemaker. Well, there's a lot of excitement in Melrose Springs, for it's almost election time. The talk of the town is, who will be the next mayor? So far, there are two candidates for the office. Honest Harold's boss, Stanley Peabody, manager of the local radio station, and Honest Harold himself, who has been drafted by his listeners. It's morning now, and we find the people's choice at home, shaving.
Gosh, just can't believe it. I'm really running for mayor. Kind of scared, though. Never made a political speech in my life. Let's see. When they call on me, I'll say, "Thank you, Mr. Chairman. Ladies and gentlemen," where'd I put that shaving brush? Oh. Ladies and gentlemen. Well, I really know you too well to call you that. Oop, that doesn't sound right. Better start over here. Fellow citizens, first I'd like to explain to you why I'm running for office. There's a group in power now that has pocketed too much of your money. Now I want a chance. Oh. Better rehearse this. Now, let's see. If I'm elected, I promise to work to the best of my ability. And as for my opponents... suck the shaving brush in my mouth.
Harold?
Yes, Mother?
Breakfast is almost ready. How do you want your egg?
Speaking of my opponent, Stanley Peabody, he's inefficient, incompetent, and his brains are...
Scrambled?
His brains are scrambled. Say. I think I'll keep that in.
Good morning, Station KHJP. Mr. Peabody, I'll ring his office. There you are.
Good morning, Glory.
Good morning, Mr. Mayor.
What? Oh, well, I'm not mayor yet, Gloria.
Well, you will be. I think you're just the kind of mayor we need. You're honest, a plain man of the people. Why, you're another Abraham Lincoln.
No. He was taller.
Besides, you have awful cute dimples.
Gloria, campaigning for mayor is a very serious thing. The only reason I'm running is that so many of my listeners wrote in and asked me to. The people of Melrose Springs want an honest city government. And if I'm elected, that's what I intend to give them.
Hooray!
Thank you.
Oh, Harold, last night I thought of some wonderful slogans for your campaign.
You did?
Yes, listen to this one. Honest Harold is awfully nice. If I can get away with it, I'll vote for him twice.
Gloria, that's not honest.
And he'll pass out cigars, kiss babies with Vim. I'd like to be the baby kissed by him.
Oh, my goodness.
Here's another one. Stanley Peabody is great. He thinks, but confidentially, I think he's...
Gloria?
Oh, and Harold, you know what else I'm doing?
What?
Well, whenever I answer the phone, if Mr. Peabody isn't around, I always say, don't vote for Stanley Peabody. He's a drip.
A drip? Oh, yeah, you do, huh? Oh, that's wonderful.
Somebody's calling now. Just listen to this. Hello, Station KHJP. Don't vote for Stanley Peabody. He's a... Who's this? Mr. Peabody. You must have the wrong number. Goodbye. Gee, I guess I'm an ex-PBX.
Gloria?
Yes, sir?
If you don't stop that campaigning on the phone, I'm going to make a switch at the switchboard.
Oh, brother. That's wonderful.
And Hemp?
Yes, boss?
I want a few words with you in my office. Kindly walk this way.
Nobody could walk that way.
Shut the door.
Yes, sir.
Not from the outside. Come in here. Hemp, are you still persisting in this idiotic idea of running against me for mayor?
Well, yes.
How ridiculous. Ha, ha, ha. Why, you have absolutely no experience, while I come from a political family.
Oh?
Why, before he came to America, my grandfather had a seat in the British Parliament.
He did?
And after he moved over here, he still kept his seat in England.
Must have been an awful strain on his suspenders.
Very funny. Ha, ha.
Well, I liked it.
Hemp, have you any idea what it takes to become mayor?
Certainly. The most votes.
Precisely. And in order to get those votes, you have to have an organization. Do you know what's behind me?
Sure, the water cooler.
No. A political machine. And I have news for you. My uncle is supporting me.
He's been doing it for years.
My uncle has a lot of influence in this town, and I have a lot of others working for me. Do you have a machine?
Well, just my 36 Essex. Oh, you mean a machine?
I'll bet you don't even have a campaign manager.
Well, I don't need a campaign manager. The people know that I'm honest, and that's all that's necessary.
Why don't you give up, Hemp? You haven't a chance. What? Do you think the people of this town are going to vote for an idiot, a fool, a moron?
I don't know, Stanley. We'll see how many votes you can get. That Peabody. All that talk about a campaign manager. You're just trying to scare me out of running, that's all. I don't need any... What's that on the telephone pole? A poster with Peabody's picture. There's one on the next telephone pole, and the next one. What's that poster say? Vote for Stanley Peabody. Don't derail the train of progress with a jerk. Say, that's pretty clever. Ooh, he means me. I guess I do need a campaign manager. Now, maybe old Doc Yak Yak, the veterinarian, can suggest somebody. I'll go see him right away, as soon as I draw a mustache on Peabody's picture.
So you think you need a campaign manager, eh, Harold?
Oh, I sure do, Doc. Can you suggest anybody?
Well, I think I know just the fella for the job. He's intelligent, hard-working, and he's the shrewdest man I know.
I'm afraid to ask you this, Doc, but who?
Me?
No fooling. Doc, I appreciate your offer, but I think I'd better try to get somebody else.
All right, Harold. If you'll excuse me now, I've got some work to do.
Oh, now I've hurt his feelings.
I was just offering my services as an old friend, but if I'm not good enough...
Doc, I didn't mean...
That's all right. I'm just a nobody, just an old horse doctor.
Doc, old horse, old friend.
Well, the animals love me.
Huh?
Why, there's not a cocker spaniel in town that wouldn't share his last can of Red Heart with me.
Doc, I'd do anything for you. You know that. You can be my campaign manager.
Well, okay, Harold, if you insist. Well, candidate Hemp, let's get down to business. Got your campaign speech?
Well, sort of.
Well, the first thing you got to do is try it out.
On you?
No, on my animals.
What?
Best way to tell if your speech sounds sincere. The animals can spot a phony a mile away.
But, Doc...
Come on. I'll take you into your audience.
Oh, Fred. What an audience.
Quiet. Quiet, voters.
Voters.
All right, fellow citizens. I want to introduce our next mayor, Honest Harold Hemp. Now, Eloise, no heckling. All right, Harold, start your speech. And don't forget, be sincere.
Sincere? This is ridiculous. Ladies and gentlemen. Doc, what's the matter with that baby goat?
Well, she's hurt. You just said ladies and gentlemen, but you left out the kids.
Oh. Ladies and gentlemen. Oh, and young goats. Never have I seen such intelligent faces.
Harold, you're not being sincere.
And with your support, fellow voters, I'll defeat my opponent, Stanley Peabody. Why, it'll be like leading a lamb to the slaughter.
Harold, you're angry.
I'm sorry, fellas. Fellas!
Oh, there's the phone. I'll be right back.
Okay, Doc. Now, I didn't mean to insult you, little animals. Well, I love animals, honest. You can ask my cat.
Harold.
Huh?
Harold, I got some bad news.
What is it?
That was Gloria at the station.
What?
Stanley Peabody has hired a big sound truck. He's going to campaign around town in it this afternoon.
Oh, that's going to cost me a lot of votes.
Oh, not while I'm your manager. Harold, I got an idea.
What's that?
Yes, sir. My brain's ticking away every second.
Stop taking bows, Doc. Tell me your idea.
All right, Harold. I'm going to build you a float on my buggy out in the barn.
A float?
Mm-hmm. I'll paint some signs on it and hitch it to my horse, Silver Moon. Then we'll follow Peabody's sound truck all over town. That'll steal his thunder.
Say, I think you got something there, Doc.
Sure. Now, we've only got an hour. You better go to the marshal's office and get a parade permit.
Yeah, all right, Doc.
And you'd better hurry, Mayor Hemp.
Mayor? Yeah. That sounds pretty good. Thank you, Doc. And thank you, voters. Better hurry. Parade starts in an hour. That Pete the marshal is so slow, it'll probably take him that long just to make out the permit. Oh, my goodness. Pete's old father, Cleet, is here today. He's slower than Pete. Cleet, I want you to do something for me right away.
Now, just a minute, Harold. We've got a new system here.
What?
Take a number there, and I'll call you when it's your turn.
Oh, all right.
Now, take a seat over there. That's it. Now, what's your number?
65.
Number 65!
What a system. Now, look here, Cleet. I'm in a hurry. I want a permit for a float this afternoon.
Now, just a minute, Harold. Have to fill out a form.
Oh, my goodness.
Name, please.
Margaret O'Brien.
Margaret O'Brien. Let me write that down. When did you cut off your curls, Margaret?
Very funny.
How old are you, Harold?
Well, I'm nearing 40.
Nearing 40? Huh. You must be on your second time around.
Come on, Cleet. I've got to have that permit.
All right. What year do you want it for?
This year, this afternoon.
This afternoon, huh? Let me write that down.
Oh. Get a move on, Cleet.
Where are you going to use the permit?
Right here in Melrose Springs.
Melrose Springs. Let me write that down. Hold it, Newt. There's no lake around here.
Now, what do I need a lake for?
For the boat.
Boat? Oh, my goodness. It's not a boat. It's a float.
Oh, I thought you wanted to float a boat. Well, we'd have to start all over again. Take another number, Harold, and I'll call you.
Pete, there's something I'd like to call you.
I bet I know what it is. But I ain't going to write that down. Not till that
Harold?
Oh, I had to play bingo with Cleet, but I finally got the permit.
Oh, good, good. Well, the float's all finished. Ain't she a beaut?
Yes, Doc, and we better hurry.
But there's my master touch. That picture on the side there.
Where?
There.
Miss Rheingold of 1950. She isn't running for mayor.
No, but she looks better in a bathing suit than you do.
Come on, Doc. Peabody's sound truck goes out any minute.
And doesn't my horse, Silver Moon, look cute with that bow on her tail?
Oh, brother. Doc, there goes Peabody's sound truck.
Oh, okay. Well, let's get aboard.
Hurry up.
Oh, this'll fix Peabody all right. Shrewdest thing you ever did, Harold, making me your campaign man.
Yeah, all right, come on.
All right, hold on, Harold. Here we go. Giddy up, Silver Moon. Come on, girl.
Now what's the matter, Doc?
I guess I built the float too wide. Won't go through the barn door.
Oh, my goodness.
Oh, jump for your life, Harold. The float's Why, Harold, you got your head stuck right through that picture of Miss Rheingold. Say, you do look pretty good in that bathing suit.
Doc, you're fired. What are you laughing at? You're fired, too.
We'll return for the second act of our story, Honest Harold, in just a moment. Are you interested in going into the perfume business? Then you won't want to miss Bing Crosby tonight when he tries his sales pitch on his guest, Claudette Colbert. Yes, be sure to join Bing Crosby and Claudette Colbert later tonight over most of these same stations. And by the way, listen for Harold Peary's important announcement at the end of our show. And now back to Honest Harold, the homemaker. Honest Harold's campaign for mayor isn't going too well. He fell out with Doc Yancey as campaign manager when he fell out of the float. It's the following morning now. Our unhappy candidate is just eating breakfast when...
Harold?
What is it, Mother?
Oh, look what's in the morning paper.
Well, let me see. Stanley Peabody, candidate for mayor, will speak at the high school tonight. His subject will be, what is good city government? Show off.
Oh, read the rest of it, Harold.
Huh? Mr. Peabody challenges his opponent, Harold Hemp, to meet him there and speak on the same subject, if he dares.
I suppose he thinks you're afraid to get up there and speak.
Yeah, and he wouldn't dare say that if it wasn't true.
Oh. Now, Harold, you're a fine public speaker. Why, remember the time in the 8th grade when you delivered that recitation, A Message to Garcia?
Yes, Mother. The time I delivered the message, Garcia was gone. Mother, I can't do it.
Oh, now, you mustn't be afraid, son. Now, why don't you sit down right now and write that speech?
Mother, I don't know anything about city government. I thought I'd find out about that after I got elected.
I know. You could go to the public library. They must have books on city government.
Say, I'll bet they do.
Oh.
I'm down to the library right now.
That's the spirit, my boy.
Goodbye, Mother.
Oh, Harold, as long as you're going to the library, you might as well return that book you've been reading.
Oh, good idea. And here it is, too. The Bobbsey twins in Florida. Gee, I wonder where they'll go next. Like a morgue in this library. This is where they probably buried Carnegie. And there's dear Miss Witherspoon behind the desk. Hey, good morning, Miss Witherspoon. I'd like...
No loud talking in the library.
Oh, excuse me.
I'll be with you in a minute.
All right.
Quiet!
Sorry.
Now, what is it?
I want to get a book.
The children's section is right over there.
You see, I'm going to run for mayor, and I want to read a book on city government.
We just have one book on that subject, City Government, by Timothy Hargrove. It's on that shelf right over there.
Thank you.
Shh, on your toes.
Does she think I am a ballet dancer? All righty. Yeah, here's the shelf. Let's see here. What's that? Somebody's got a slow leak. Oh, it's Miss Witherspoon.
Come here.
All right.
Tippy toe.
Tippy toe. Wait till I get elected mayor. I'll demote her to the nonfiction section. Yes, Miss Witherspoon?
I just remembered. I checked out that book on city government this morning.
You did? Who got it? Maybe I can borrow it from him.
Stanley Peabody.
Stanley Peabody?
Quiet!
Oh, quiet yourself. Goodbye. Well, I can't sit here in the park all day. What am I going to do? Can't show up tonight with no speech. I don't know why I wanted to run for mayor anyway.
Pardon me, sir.
What?
Have I the honor of addressing, perchance, honest Harold Hemp,
Why, yes.
the candidate for mayor of this fair city?
That's right.
Well, 'tis a lucky, lucky day. I happened to be in this vicinity a few days, saw your photograph in the paper, and remarked to myself, I'd like to help that man get elected in the interests of good government.
Well, thank you. Are you in the political game, Mr.
A very astute question. I have been a political advisor for years. My card.
Oh, thanks.
Careful, the ink isn't dry.
J.P. Camroy, political consultant. Headquarters over Jimmy's pool room.
Only just temporary quarters.
Oh, of course.
Now, if there's any advice I could give your campaign manager...
Well, I don't have one right now.
You don't have a campaign manager. 'Tis a lucky, lucky day.
It is?
J.P. Camroy hereby tenders you his services as campaign manager in the interests of good government.
But, Mr. Camroy...
Now, my first official duty is to peruse your speech for tonight. We've got to look out for dangling participles.
Oh, yeah. Well, you see, I haven't prepared my speech yet.
You haven't prepared your speech?
Yeah.
Oh, 'tis a lucky, lucky day. By a quirk of fate, I just happen to have a speech with me that is suitable for the occasion.
Oh?
And I am going to let you have it, in the interests of good government.
Oh, well, thank you very much.
The only cost to you will be a slight typing fee.
Yeah, oh, well, I don't have much money on me, just $9.60.
That is the typing fee.
Well, what a coincidence. May I see the speech first?
Certainly. Here it is.
Let's see here. Ladies and gentlemen, we hold these truths to be self-evident, that all men are created equal. Say, this is pretty good. Where was I? Oh, that they are endowed with certain unalienable rights, and among those are life, liberty, and the pursuit of happiness. Wait a minute. This is the Declaration of Independence.
You guessed it, and what a speech.
Yeah, but this hasn't got anything to do with city government.
Exactly. You let your opponent put the audience to sleep with the dry stuff, taxes, the budget. Then you give them the Declaration of Independence. You're in.
I am?
And look who wrote your speech.
Yeah?
Thomas Jefferson, Ben Franklin.
Yeah.
Where can you get writers like that for $9?
Well, I guess you got a point there, all right.
Why? A thing like this could sweep you into office.
You know, J.P., I believe you're right. Thank you very much.
Don't forget the typing fee.
Oh, yes, excuse me. Here you are, $9.60.
Thank you. 'Tis a lucky, lucky day.
It sure is. There'll be a hot time in the old town tonight. Sure was a lucky, lucky day when I ran into old J.P. Pretty clever of him thinking of that Declaration of Independence. I got it cheap, too, only $9.60. Well, guess I'm a real politician now. Sweater vest, got a pocket full of cigars and everything.
Hey, Harold.
Oh, hello, Doc. Have a cigar.
Well, thanks. I don't smoke 'em myself, but my goat likes 'em. They're kind to his T-zone.
Good.
Harold, when I heard about you getting trapped into that speech tonight, I thought I'd let bygones be bygones. I may not be your campaign manager anymore, but Doc Yancey isn't one to desert a friend in need.
Well, thank you a lot, Doc, but I don't really need any help.
Huh? Aren't you worried about making that speech?
Worried? Nah.
Well, what kind of a speech is it?
Well, it's a sort of a Declaration of Independence.
Who wrote it?
Oh, a couple of ghostwriters. See you tonight, Doc.
Yeah. Sometimes I wonder about Harold. Honest boy, though.
Good afternoon, Harold.
Hello, Gloria. Have a cigar. I mean, how are you?
Oh, fine. Gee, I thought you'd be home writing your speech.
It's all written, Gloria.
Did you write it all by yourself?
Well, a couple of fellows helped me. B. Franklin and T. Jefferson.
Local boys?
Well, no, they're from out of town. Philadelphia.
Hemp, what are you doing out here?
Well, Peabody, old body, have a cigar.
No, thank you.
Huh? Can't stand a rope from hemp, eh?
So you're going to show up tonight, Hemp. Well, I'm warning you. You don't know what this is going to cost you.
Sure I do. $9.60.
What?
Yeah, skip it, Stanley. Yes, sir, you're in for a big surprise. There'll be a hot time in the old town tonight, and you're going to be the one that's burning. Yeah. Well, a lot of people here tonight. Look at Stanley sitting on the other side of that stage with his long legs crossed. He's wearing tartan garters. The dude. Oh, there's Mother down in the audience. Hello, Mother. I'll bet she'd be proud of me tonight.
The meeting will please come to order.
Mr. Honeycutt, hope he cuts it short.
Thank you. As chairman of the Melrose Springs Civic League, I want to welcome you all to the school auditorium. Tonight we're going to hear our two candidates for mayor speak on the subject of good city government.
That's what he thinks.
Incidentally, That reminds me of a little witticism.
Oh, brother, he's going to tell one of his Rotary Club jokes.
Here it is. Why should some of our politicians go back to school? So they get to know some principles.
Oh, brother, Thomas Jefferson didn't write that.
Our first speaker will be Mr. Stanley Peabody.
He must have all his relatives here.
Thank you.
Thank you. Come on, Stanley. Let's get that tired old speech over with.
Ladies and gentlemen, I prepared a speech on city government for tonight.
We know that.
But at the last moment, I decided that no words of mine could be as eloquent as the great American document I'm going to read to you.
What's this?
We hold these truths to be self-evident that all men are created equal.
Oop, that's my speech.
That they are endowed with certain unalienable rights.
I've been framed.
That among these are life, liberty, and the pursuit of happiness.
I'm sunk. Wonder if I could sneak out of here.
That to secure these rights...
What's that? Look at all those dogs. Where did they come from?
That to secure these rights... That to secure these rights... That to secure... Oh, down! Let go of my garter!
Oh, wonderful dog saved my life. Thank you, little doggies. Get down. Wonder who let him out of the pond.
Hiya, Harold.
Oh, it's Doc Yancey, I'll bet he. Good old Doc.
All right, now, quiet, fellas, quiet.
Well, we might as well adjourn. It looks like the meeting has gone to the dogs.
Doc.
Yes, what is it, Harold?
Thanks, old friend. That was a pretty clever idea, letting the dogs out of the pond to save me.
Wasn't thinking of you, Harold. Just thought it was time those dogs got out for a little constitutional.
Yeah, oh, sure.
Look here, Hemp.
Oh, hello, Stanley.
That was an underhanded trick, stopping my speech that way. And I paid J.P. Camroy $25 for that idea.
You did? I only paid him $9.60. It's a lucky day.
You have just heard the Harold Peary Show, Honest Harold, who returns in just a moment with an important announcement. The supporting players tonight included Catherine Card, Ken Peters, Leo Cleary, Ruth Parrott, and John McIntyre, and featured Gloria Holliday as Gloria and Joseph Kearns as old Doc Yak Yak. Norman McDonald directed, and the music was composed and conducted by Jack Meakin. Honest Harold, created by Harold Peary, was written by Gene Stone, Jack Robinson, and Bill Danch. Now back to Harold Peary.
Oh, that's me. Well, Bob, for the people who missed it, I'm hunting for a laughing lady, someone we can invite to appear on our show. Her laugh will enter her in the Honest Harold Laugh Contest, and it begins right in her hometown. So, ladies, if the Laugh Contest is being conducted in your city, please enter, and you may be here with us some Wednesday night.
Stay tuned now for the Bing Crosby Show, which follows immediately over most of these same CBS stations.
Oh, that's a good show.
Bob Lamont speaking. This is CBS, the Columbia Broadcasting System.